Right. Hey everyone. I'm alive, and I'm actually feeling 100% um, better. Um, so little update. Um, Last time I made my video, it was in the hospital in Turkey, and it's been 2 weeks? About 2 weeks now. Um, yeah. That um, that me and my fiance um, flew to Egypt, which honestly, I'm sorry if there's any Turks watching this, but Egyptians are just the bomb. I love them. They're so friendly and so upbeat. It's really uplifted my spirits. Whereas a lot of Turkish people, which I've noticed, is um, mm, they're more focused about I wouldn't say about themselves, but like with it being a foreigner, it didn't feel like we really um, were were fitting in into that culture, and so it was harder for me to approach people because I didn't feel like I was necessarily welcomed, if that makes sense. Um, Whereas here in Egypt, I've talked to so many people, and I haven't really even been worried about how I will how I will speak, which is so cool in my opinion, because I'm really not focused on on stuttering. I'm really more engaged in learning about this person, about learning their their culture, which I just think is fascinating. Um, and the weather here is perfect. It feels just like my home, which is in Arizona. Um, the uh, the people, I love the people. Um, Kind of reminds me of Americans in a way. Like, um, I guess it really depends on which American you're talking to, but um, most people are friendly. Um, yeah, um, it's pretty safe so far. There's a lot of military police around here with very heavy guns, but I think it's cool. I guess knowing that I'm safe. I think. Um, yeah. Okay. So, whoa! I just dropped my pen. Sorry. Take it. Okay. Um. So I had received a few questions from a person named Steve, and this time I wrote everything down. Um, yeah, sorry, just with my videos, I just go ahead. I don't role play anything. So excuse my ums. So his first question was tongue twisters. And normally I I really avoid them because I'm I'm not the best at pronouncing words in the first place, and so when doing tongue twisters, it just messes me all it just messes me up even more. Um, so let's give it a shot. First one is popsicle people play. That would be interesting to see popsicle people play. Okay. Swarovski's sixth thistle. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I can't do that one fast. Swarovski's sixth thistle. Swarovski. That's a fun word. Or a fun name? Is that a name or it's probably a name? Swarovski. Sorry. Okay. That's not all of it. Okay. Swarovski's sixth. Sorry, it's like saliva that just. Swarovski's sixth thistle switch watch. Okay. Victor's vicarious. I like that word. Victory. Victor's vicarious victory. What's my struggling stutter? What's my struggling stutter? What is my struggling stutter? Okay, the other question. Are numbers hard to say? Normally, no. When I'm counting, I think it's pretty fluent. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so on and so on. Whereas when I'm talking with a person and I'm supposed to say like a specific number, like how old I am, right? 22 is okay to say, but when I was younger, like let's say 8, the word 8 is a little bit more challenging for me to say if I'm really thinking about trying to like monitor my speech. And what I mean by I can't pronounce words sometimes. Monitoring my speech. I mean that I'm focused on trying to say a word fluently. Okay, so like let's say when I'm trying to prolong a word, such as roar or roar, that's prolonging a word. And so when I focus on words or phrases that will help me speak fluently, I really begin to worry more about that word or that sound. And then I become more anxious about myself and then what others will think. And so I really believe that trying to speak fluently has made an effect on how I try to say or pronounce words to other people. And when I was in the hospital, I was actually thinking more about this, because I was like, if I can read fluently, then that means I can probably speak fluently too. So why is it that I stutter when I talk if I can be fluent when I'm alone, or when I sing to AC/DC? Why is it that I can speak pretty fluent with my love of my life? Why is it that I stutter in all these different situations? And I really believe that it's because of my focus, where my focus is. So when I read, I'm focused on the words. When I talk with my fiance, I'm just focused on him. And so I began to look on the web about reasons as to why this is happening. And I came upon this website where there's a person who stuttered that asked the same question that I had in my mind. And there was a woman that had responded, and she had basically said that it's all about focusing on the stutter. Like that's the only thing that we really focus on is how to monitor, how to prolong, how to be fluent, how to talk normally, and not have these blocks. And because we're constantly thinking about how we talk, that's why I stutter. And then she continued to explain that when people who don't stutter speak, they really just speak their thoughts without any doubt in their ability to speak. And I thought that was interesting, because I've always tried to fix the way that I talk. I always was conscious about myself, how my muscles were moving in my jaw, and how that could be a reason why I have this. And so and so after reading about her comments, I was like, interesting. So how would I just speak without thinking about stuttering if that's how I always speak? Like that's kind of confusing. How can you not focus on something when it's right in front of you? And it really just goes into just having trust, like self trust, I guess. And one of the ways that I thought about how I could approach this was like when I float on my back in the ocean or in the pool. All I do is relax and breathe and trust myself that I will float on the water. And so if I did kind of the same thing with myself, trusting my thoughts, trusting my voice, then perhaps I could speak fluent. And so I tried it out. I really focused on my thoughts, and I just breathed and tried my best to trust. And you know what happened? I spoke clearly. And it felt like weight was just lifted off of my shoulder because I wasn't worried. I wasn't concerned about what others would think of me. I wasn't worried at all because I was trusting in myself. And that's when I was like, whoa, okay, like this is crazy. This is so cool. Because I didn't think, I mean, I didn't even know how to approach this type of idea years ago, and up until I was in the hospital, that I really began to ponder and explore this idea. And so I guess I just wanted to share these new thoughts with all of you, and I would even like you, for those who stutter, to just try it out. I mean, why not? What's there to lose, anyways? So I would encourage those that stutter to try this out, and for those who don't stutter, just try something new this upcoming week. Okay, so I will do better, possibly. I'm making videos for my channel, and I will see all of you next week. Maybe, yes, next week. I promise.